Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Detroit Tigers franchise mode here in MLB The Show 21. So I'd like to apologize about last episode. So there was like some bugs after I had rendered the video for some reason, and I didn't realize until after I uploaded it. Thank you to Kevin Jimina for pointing it out. So then I had to re-upload the video, so I apologize for any inconvenience that had, but anyways, we're back up here with another episode. So in last episode though, we did have a draft and we also started up the season. The draft wasn't, I wouldn't say, the greatest draft we've had, but we did pick up a couple decent picks, including Vince Means, who could be a decent like depth shortstop. He might even be better than that because he's only 18, but he definitely needs to work on his contact hitting and all that sort of stuff. Like right now, he's more of just a defensive specialist than a offensive player. There's also James Mayer, who's not that great. And then there's Dennis Tucker, who is one of our best steals of the draft. Well, he was our best steal of the draft. He's pretty similar to what we got in like David Jordan a few years ago, so I'm very excited to see how he develops. And then we also got Waylon Wall, who has some good potential, but a low overall. Same with Ramon Campos. And then this one was a pretty good pick as well. Robbie Paulino is a 69 overall at 22 years of age, 84 potential, so he doesn't have the highest ceiling, but he could still be probably a good, like, we could use him maybe as a reliever at some point if he gets to the MLB. And then we also got Omar Cannon, who's not very good. So it was an okay draft. It wasn't a great one, but at least we got some good prospects into our system, which it will help us accelerate this rebuild a little bit faster. Now, before we get simulating more and maybe making a trade, I do have one comment to go over, and that is from Troy Mitchell. He says, I think you should have Mize in the starting lineup. Also, you should bring up Scooble. He's only about 28, and so he only has a few more years till he starts to decline. Well, the thing is with Scooble, like I don't know if he's going to decline at 30. Yeah, I don't think he declines at 30 because I've seen guys develop in their 30s, but yeah, Scooble, he's been really good down there in AAA, but he probably will get promoted when there is the September call-up, so he's okay to just be in AAA. And besides, I don't think he's going to be much of a part of our future, to be honest, because David Jordan's been killing it down there as well, so David Jordan's probably going to be passing him at some point. And then there's also guys like Gerald Martin who might pass by him. Maybe even Charlie Selby. Castillo might pass him even though he's only got C potential, and so on. So I think there's a good chance that Tarek Skubal is always going to be a AAA player for us at best, and maybe he gets let go of at some point. And then he was also mentioning about Casey Mize being in the starting rotation, which he already is, so I don't know what you meant by that, but actually no, he's not. I didn't even realize that. Okay, never mind. I thought he was already a starter, but thanks for pointing that out, Troy. I didn't realize. So Casey Mize needs to be a starter. I don't know why he wasn't. So we will move him up to... Actually, we'll probably just leave him... We'll probably move him above Wentz. Let's readjust our rotation to start this episode since we didn't do that. So we will move... Who's been worse? I gotta take a look at their FIP ratings as well if I could understand this. So if your FIP is around like your ERA, then you're doing really good, and if it's above your ERA, I think I heard, it's your defense that's bailing you out, is what I heard. So looks like for Matt Manning, the defense is bailing him out a little bit. As for Spencer Turnbull, if we go to the FIP rating, this is a 4.57, 306. Yeah, it looks like we could actually move probably Turnbull down. Actually, let me take a look at Wentz quickly, see if the defense is bailing him out. 4.11 ERA and a FIP rating of 395, so he's actually been pretty good. So I think what we'll do is we will go something like this. Go Casey Mize as our second guy, so Manning, Mize, Wentz, then Chauncey. How's Chauncey's FIP rating? I think I looked at this last episode, but I didn't understand it. In 4.07, and his ERA is at 3.22. So the defense might be bailing out Chauncey a little bit, but that is okay. So I think we'll just adjust our rotation to be like this. And then Perez, yeah, Franklin Perez could be just a mid reliever. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, there we go. That is set. So thank you for that, Troy. I didn't actually realize that Mize was in the starter for some reason. I'd probably just glossed over that for some reason. But anyways, we are 25 and 31. How close are we to the trade deadline? How much days away? 38 days away. So I think we're not going to trade Ronaldo Nunez just yet because I would like to have Valdez have the best season. Actually, not Valdez. Wait, yeah, it is Valdez, right? Nunez. Wait, yeah, it is Valdez. There's so much like Valdez, Nunez, Cortez. It's hard to remember who's who. But yeah, I like Valdez to kind of keep playing down there in AAA for now until like the September call-ups probably. Just because he's been killing it down there, like he's actually leading the AAA in home runs with 17 home runs already. Like he's just been absolutely really good down there. One thing that I didn't actually bring up, I was looking after I recorded the episode, and Chauncey McElroy, though, actually almost had a no-hitter in one of his games that he played. Like, I think it was against Kansas City, if I'm not mistaken, but he managed to put up only 2 hits against, and he pitched all 9 innings, so he already has 1 complete game under his belt at 20 years old, so I am pretty impressed with that. But yeah, let's sim to All-Star Week. I think we will probably trade Ronaldo Nunez at some point, but I want to get, I want to make sure Valdez gets as much stats down there as possible in AAA, and then eventually he'll come up once we get to like September call-ups, or if we trade away Nunez earlier. Yeah, let's auto-fix lineups, might as well. We're not even going to be a playoff team, but we are winning actually a decent amount of games since putting Mize into our starters. Let's auto-fix this lineup again. Salvador Perez has been traded to the Mets for Purvis and Santos, who go to the Royals. Okay, I guess the Royals are rebuilding a little bit. Kyle Lewis also goes to Houston for Alex McKenna, Calvin Bonds, and Avery Wiseman. Interesting. Okay, so at the All-Star break, we are 44 and 46. Wow, this team is really simulating not that bad. Like, we're actually right around 500. Pretty good. Let's take a look at who's been doing what for our roster, and then we might make our trade already. I don't know. We'll see. So Matt Manning has picked it up a lot. Wow, he's up to an 82. He's been really good, I think. 2.59 ERA, 127 WHIP. His FIP is a 3.83. Yeah, he's been really good. His FIP is really good, but it's not below the ERA, but it's still a really good FIP, I'm pretty sure. So that's good on that front. Casey's been struggling since becoming a starter, I think, unless it's just a defense that's not been good around him. Like 4.27 ERA. His FIP is a 3.88, so actually maybe not. Maybe it's the defense that's not been good when Casey's been in, because he's got a 4.27 ERA and a 1.59 WHIP. He's not won a single game this year, by comparison to last year where he killed it. And then Spencer Turnbull's been, looks like, pretty solid. Joey Wentz has been not that great. Yeah, some of our pitching has not been that great. It could be just a defense again. Yeah, I think it might be just a defense because this guy has a better FIP rating and the ERA as well. Unless I'm reading this wrong. And Chauncey, he's doing good still, but his record is a little bit worse than it was. He was 5-2, but now he's 7-5. But he's got a 3.55 ERA, which is pretty good, and a 1.22 WHIP. So not too bad. He's up to a 79 now. Let's see, what's his FIP rating? His FIP rating is a 4.78. So yeah, he might be getting bailed out by the defense a bit, but he's still been winning games, so I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, it looks like our pitchers took a major hit this last month or so because they started the season off really well, but that's okay. Let's take a look at some other prospects. Diego Corona's not been very good. At least these players are getting some development though. Hirsch is hitting a 299. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. And Bonner's still out with his injury. What about Valdez adding to his home runs? He's now at 23 home runs and 70 RBIs already. And he's hitting a 285. So his batting average went down a lot, but he is still getting homers and RBIs too. So that's pretty good. Colvin's actually passed by him in overall. So I think, is Colvin on our 40-man roster? I don't think he was he? Yes, he is. Okay, so I think this is the perfect time to trade away Ronaldo Nunez, and then maybe we'll have to call up Colvin and Valdez, and then maybe Ariel Gonzalez with the AAA or something. Yeah, that might be what we have to do. Cortez is hitting at 245. Jonathan Johnson's still killing it, hitting at 307 at 101 on bats. That's pretty good. What else we got here for prospects? Luis Garcia is not doing too well, but he's developing still, I think. Gary Harris hitting at 247 with 7 home runs and 37 RBIs. He's been picking it up a lot. He's also got 16 steals. He's up to a 74. So he's actually getting closer to being MLB ready. And then Veras and Kiki McKenna's been really good. 372 average. That's pretty good. He's got a 1.066 OPS. That's really good. Yeah, Kiki McKenna's killing it for Darren. I'm surprised he's actually developing. Hopefully this guy actually gets to beat potential, because that'd be pretty nice. Okay, so I think might be the perfect time to trade away Renato Nunez. I did look at the end of the last episode to make a trade with the Twins, but I completely forget what that was now. What that offer was that I had. So we're going to have to find a new trade, I guess, for him. Yeah, I think we'll have to find a new trade for him. So if we go to, where is that proposed trade thing? There it is. Make trade. So if we go to our first baseman, yeah, it makes sense, I think, to trade Nunez at this point. And then Valdez and Colvin are both ready to go. So yeah, I think we're going to get rid of Nunez. And let's just see what offers we could get for him. We're going to say prospects, not MLB ready players. Let me take a look at what we could get for him. So third base and a starting pitcher, don't really want that. I don't want to have too big of a return. I would rather like one really good prospect over multiple. Yeah, this one doesn't work that well. The Rays offering a 19-year-old relief pitcher, only C potential though. If they had B potential, I'd probably do that, because he's a 66 overall, but what else we got here? Blue Jays offering a 20-year-old second baseman with B potential, but he's only a 56. White Sox offering an A potential right fielder, but 55. I don't think we really need that. The Indians, A 21-year-old closing pitcher, but I don't really need another closer at the moment. A first baseman that's 23 with A potential and a 62 overall, Rodrigo Moreno. It's kind of an interesting one, but we don't really need a first baseman at this point. Yeah, I don't think so. Ooh, that's the one from the Twins, Joe Green. Yeah, now I remember this. So this was the offer I think we got last time. He's a B potential relief pitcher, and he's a 70 overall at 20. So I think we're gonna do this one. Gives us also another right fielding prospect in Ozuna. Wow, the Twins really want him. Yeah, I think we're going to do this one for Joe Green. So, best of luck in Minnesota, Renato Nunez, and we get in Joe Green, who's going to be a good relief pitcher for the future. Yeah, he actually fits really well within our pitching, our prospect pool. I don't know when this guy was drafted, but that's a nice pickup. Let's just go to our roster quickly and go to our relief pitchers. Make sure he's in the right spot, so he'll be in triple. That is good for me. And then the other player we got was a right fielder. That doesn't really matter that much. He will be put in. We'll put him down in Double-A. And then I think I'll move Veras. Actually, Veras has not been good in double. I'll just leave them all in Double-A for now. So that is our trade that we're going to make, and I think that's the only trade we're going to make, because I don't know if there's anybody else that's expiring that I really need to trade away. Like if we sort here, is there a way to sort this? How do I sort through stuff? I don't even know. But anyways, there is a lot of guys with like 1 year left on their deal, but we will get those contracts probably done with. So let's get the rest of the season simulated. We are at the All-Star break pretty much, so let's get through this All-Star game and actually see who made the All-Star game. Oh yeah, we have to auto-fix our lineup. Yeah, that's right. We gotta call up Fernando Valdez, see what he's made of. And then we also will, actually we could leave Colvin down there for now, but he'll get called up during September call-ups. But I am excited to see what Fernando Valdez could bring to this team down the stretch. So, yeah, let's see who made the All-Star game for us once we get through this game. Let's go auto-fix lineups. Okay, so let's see who made the All-Star game. So we should be able to check via this way. Yeah, if we go to All Awards, All-Star voting, there we go. That is much easier. So looks like the starting pitchers in the AL were Severino, Bieber, DeGrom, Gray, and Sale. I don't know who else would make it. I don't know if it's the top 5 or what. And then for relief pitchers, Dobnak, Poche might have made it for us. Yeah, I think Poche made it for us, which is good. I don't know how you tell, like if it's the top 5 or something for each. Michael Fulmer might have made it as well. Closing pitcher wise, we didn't get a closer in, which is okay. Catcher wise, don't know how you tell. Nope, no catcher. Oh, Renato Nunez actually made the All-Star game and we traded him away, so that's kind of interesting. Oh, that's a little weird, but okay. So we traded away an All-Star game player. I wonder if that ever happened in real life, where some person got traded in the actual game, day of the All-Star game. What else we got here? Anybody else make it for us? Candelario might have made it. I don't know. Yeah, I honestly don't know how to tell who made it via the screen, because I know it has the votes, and I don't know, but I just don't know how much for each position. So, but anyways, those are what the All-Stars look like. Let's sim through this. And who is going to win the All-Star game? It is going to be the NL beating the AL. Okay. So there we go. That is the All-Star break. Let's sim to the trade deadline prep and get the rest of the season done with. And see also how Fernando Valdez does down the stretch. I'm kind of enticed by that. We are still right around 500 at 46 and 48. We could do some of our contract extensions actually already. We have a lot to deal with. So I'm going to have to try and fly through this as fast as possible. We'll just give you that. We don't have to technically do this right now, but I will. I don't know about bringing back Hoy Jump Park. Maybe we could just get him down to like... Yeah, I think I'll just talk him down to like a 1-year deal. Because this guy was our Rule 5 pickup in the offseason last year. Jimenez. We could just bring most of the... Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to leave Jimenez for now. Brock Deathridge. Wow, he wants a lot of money. 1 to 3 years, though. If I talk him to 1 to 3 years, I might be able to get him down to 5.6, and he's going to accept that. Michael Fulmer will try, I guess, for now. 1 year at 4. Yeah, he wants more years. We'll just leave it for now. How old is he? 31. Grayson Grenier. Let's just try and get as much of these guys back as possible. Grenier for 1 year at 1.2. You'd like a longer contract. We should try and keep around Nomar Mazara for now, at least, because Nomar Mazara is our best right fielding option. A little bit more money. 13. How about 13.3? And salary is too low. Okay, I'll give you 14. There you go. Let's go back to the top of our list. Get Fernando Valdez back, because Valdez is a big part of our future. Same with Chauncey. Colvin. Ooh, Colvin wants a lot of money, but we'll give him a 2-year deal for now, just because he's not our top first baseman. Let's just give him 2 years and give him like 500K. Reyes. Oh, damn, we got some expensive contracts to hand out. I think we could give Reyes a 3-year deal. Maybe not 3 years, I don't know. 2 years at 15.5. There you go, that's good for me. How old is Colin Poche? I think I might leave some of these for next episode, but some of them I will do right now. Let's do a 2-year deal. Yeah, we'll do a 2-year deal for Willie Castro, just because we definitely don't have a shortstop prospect. Joey Wentz needs to come back. My God, there's some pretty big contracts to deal out. Hopefully our team is good next season, though, because I think we are actually trending in the right direction, even though we haven't really made any kind of like huge changes to the organization, except for our prospects that we brought in. Spencer Turnbull is already that age, so I'll just give him a 1-year deal. He wants multiple years. Let's leave that for now. Most of these like relievers and stuff like that want like big time deals, but I'm not doing that for now. Bob Montez is playing in AAA right now. We'll give him a 1-year deal at 170K. Or let's just give him 210. He wants multiple years. I guess I could give you a little bit more than. There you go. And I think I'll leave everybody else for now. Yeah, I'll leave everybody else for now, but eventually we'll give these other guys some contracts, I think. Actually, Jackson Reeds needs one first because he's our top catcher. You know what? Yeah, we'll give him a 5-year deal because we don't have any of the catcher prospects we have at the moment aren't going to be ready for a bid still. We'll leave everybody else the way they are for now. So I don't think we're going to make any trades. Let's just sim ahead. See how we play down the stretch. No, I do not want to stop simulating. There's a big trade. John Means heads to the Giants. The Blue Jays get back Gonzalez, Martinez, and Minoso. Byron Buxton goes to the Cardinals for Ivan Herrera and Ortiz. Interesting. Chauncey's 500 now. Completed. Boom. Injured list. Okay, let's take a look at how Fernando Valdez has been for now. He's in at 224. He's not been very great so far, but I mean, he's only 23. He's just on a little bit of a cold streak to start off his MLB career. He'll probably pick it up eventually. But him and Colvin are going to be probably both in the MLB next season, which means Colvin could play third base, Valdez could play third base. Doesn't really matter who plays third base, but one of them could play third base behind Candelario, potentially. Okay, so now that that is done, let's sim to September call-ups and see how our team simulates down the stretch. Hopefully Valdez gets a little bit better because he was killing it in AAA before I called him up, so I don't know if that was a mistake on my part. Okay, so that's September call-ups. We are 62 and 70. How about now for Fernando Valdez? How's he been? Hitting the 269. He's already got 7 home runs in 24 RBIs and 156 at-bats. Wow. That's actually pretty impressive considering he literally just got called up not too long ago. Like, a 269 isn't outrageous, but he's hitting a 793 OPS, which is good. And yeah, he's been getting home runs at the MLB level. Like, to have 7 home runs at only 156 at-bats during the regular season, if he would have been here from the beginning, he could have already had like 20-something home runs already in his first season. So, very excited to have Fernando Valdez in our lineup next season full-time. And then Conrad Colvin will probably come up at some point as well, because both these two first basemen are developing really well. Okay, let's go to the end of the regular season. I want to take a look at AAA stats. So actually, we got to fix our 20-man, 8-man, our roster. We got to send down 2 people. Wait, did it say to send down 2 people or call up 2 people? Like, if I go to sim through date, Tigers have 26 players. You must have 28 after September 1st. You know, I'll let it auto assign that sort of thing. So let's just go to here and sim through date and go auto fix. And let's auto fix roster then there. Auto fix this. We are winning a couple games, but it's still... Actually, this is a good month for us. So the Mud Hens AAA finished 76 and 66, but they do not make the postseason, so that kind of sucks. But it's whatever. And the Seawolves have made the playoffs, going 74 and 46 on the season, so not too bad. I don't think I can take a look at their stats now, though, because it just passed by rent. So I can't check, like, for example, David Jordan. No, I can't. That sucks. But we are 75 and 81 on the season. Let's get the last of this done with. So let's go just simulate to postseason, and we'll take a look at our player stats. We got 2 games left. Let's just get through these. And we won our last game 15-0. My God. Okay. So we finished 78 and 84, which I don't know if that's better than last year, is it? Yeah, I think that is, yeah, it is better than last year, because last year we finished 73 and 89, so we are slowly improving still, which is good. Let's take a look at our roster stats for the season. So Matt Manning finished with a 10 and 12 record with 3.18 ERA and a 1.31 WHIP, so not too bad. Casey Mize was pretty solid. Actually, he picked it up a lot since the earlier stages of the year. Spencer Turnbull, pretty good as well. Chauncey McElroy, his first season, 11 and 10, so he got 11 wins. He already had 134 strikeouts, but through 190 innings. But I am impressed with Chauncey's first season for sure, because doing that at 20, yeah, he was really good. Like, what was his FIP rating? Was it below a 373 or no? Out of curiosity. Where is FIP? 5.10. So the defense might have been bailing him out a little bit, but still pretty good first season from him. And then we'll just scroll through this. Joey Wentz was not that great. I don't know why he was that terrible. Can't check any AAA stats and AA stats. I could see that Gerald Martin had a really good playoff game, so that's a good sign. What else we got here? Anybody else that I'm kind of interested about? Actually, I could go to the player stats screen. That might be a little bit easier. Yeah, I think we'll go to the player stats screen. Player stats. So the most runs was Willie Castro. The most hits was Willie Castro. The most home runs was Willie Castro. And same with RBIs, not a surprise. Stolen base wise was Victor Reyes. Best average was Willie Castro, and then it was Nomar Mazara. They were only our only two batters that went above 270. And in OPS wise, Conrad Colvin got called up, and he was really, really good. And then Fernando Valdez was also really good, with those 14 home runs and 41 RBIs down the stretch. Playing only 71 games, he had 14 home runs and 41 RBIs. Yeah, this guy's going to be nuts. Base on balls, the best base on balls was Candelario. Most strikeouts was Castro. Okay. Most doubles was Castro. Most triples was Hoy-Jun Park. Most sac flies was Jackson Reitz. Or actually, is that what the SF is? Yeah, sacrifice flies. Sac hits was Bryant Packard. Okay. The rest of it doesn't matter too much. The best WAR was Candelario. Candelario was really good. And then Castro was really good as well. Not too bad. Let's take a look at our pitchers. So our most wins by a pitcher was Michael Fulmer coming out of the bullpen. But our best by a starter was Chauncey with the 11 wins. Most losses was Joey Wentz with 16 losses on the season. Most saves was Colin Poche with 47, of course, because he's like our closer to an extent. Best ERA was Poche and then Norris. Best by a starter, though, was Matt Manning. The best whip by a starter was Chauncey. Nice. And then if we go to FIP ratings, since we'll check that again. The best FIP rating by a starter was Matt Manning. And Casey Mize as well was right there. Not too bad of a year for our team. Let's take a quick look at the injured list. There was some guys injured, but they're not anymore. Top prospects. Let me take a look if there's any of our top prospects that are up there now. Gary Hara has jumped up to 16th. He's up to a 76 overall. Let's go. Gary Hara is almost going to be MLB ready soon. His hitting is getting better too, which is really good. Oh, I am very excited for Gary Hara. He's going to start stealing bases. He's going to start getting on base a lot. He's going to be a top prospect for us for sure. David Jordan also up there, 76 for him. He might be in our starting rotation next season. Diego Corona up to a 75. We are getting a lot of good development from our prospect. Luis Garcia is up to a 74. And that is it for the top 50. So we have like 5 prospects in the top 50, which is pretty crazy. Let's take a look at the awards for the season. I don't think we had any awards because I would have got notified about that, but I'll just kind of scroll through this a little bit because if I keep reading this out, my voice is going to die on me, but I don't think there's anything we need to really bring up for awards. Actually, maybe we do. Colin Poche looks like he won the reliever of the year. My God, that's a tongue twister. For the AL, which is nice. And then we actually had Fernando Valdez almost win Rookie of the Year, and he didn't even play a full season. That is actually ridiculous. Because like when you look at it, Hoy Jim Park was also up there, and he played 113 games, but Fernando Valdez only 71 games, and he just finishes behind Will Benson. He almost had as much home runs as him in way less games and as much RBIs. Like, that is ridiculous. Like, Fernando Valdez is going to be amazing next season, I think. Like, that's pretty impressive to do that type of thing. Let's just scroll through the rest of this for the AL. I don't really care about the NL that much. And then we'll probably just sim through the playoffs to see who ends up winning that. Nomar Mazara might have won the Golden Glove for the right field, which is good. So we might actually have won some awards, but I don't know why I didn't get any notifications about it. And that is pretty much that. I think, yep, that is that. Okay, so let's sim through the playoffs to see who wins out of curiosity. So there is the playoff bracket, so you guys can see that. Let's sim through this, and then that'll be it for this episode. So let's just go sim to offseason, even though we're not going to go to the offseason yet. So the Astros have defeated the Mets in the World Series. So the Houston Astros win the World Series. I don't know if they won last year. I know there was some team that I couldn't remember that won last year. Awards. Oh, now it's telling us that we won those awards. Okay. So Colin Poche does win the Reliever of the Year. And Nomar Mazara the Golden Glove for right fielders. But let's take a look at those Houston Astros who won the World Series. So this is what their roster looked like. So their starting pitching rotation was pretty solid. They don't have the greatest relievers, it looks like, but they still won. They don't have the greatest closers either. They'd actually won with Jeffrey Martins, who, if you guys remember, he was actually in the year one draft that Chauncey McElroy was. So that's kind of interesting. What else we got here? A really good catcher in Corey Lee. Yeah, I can see why they won. They have some really good infielders, which is something we don't have yet. And Bregman's up to a 98, so makes sense. Correa is still there. Yeah, this is a really good team in Houston. Oh, yeah, they also traded for Kyle Lewis. I forgot about that. From Seattle, and then that is that. Interesting. They won in 7 games over the Mets, so it was kind of a close series. Let's actually get it simmed up to the start of the offseason, so we got it set up. So we're going to need to get a new first baseman coach, which is okay. We're going to need a new manager as well. And that is that. Retire players, though, just so we can get this done with already. We lose Corey Conroy, who I don't know who the heck he was. Maybe just an AI signing, but that's who we lost. We'll just scroll through the rest of this. There you go. No Hall of Fame inductees, and that is that. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Detroit Tigers franchise mode. So in next episode, we will take it to like our free agency. We'll re-sign some players and stuff like that. But I am very excited for the future of this team. Just a lot of good development this year from our young guys, and things are looking really good for the future. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys next time.